Oh no! Oh man!
Everyone has returned.
Welcome back, y'all.
I have coffee again.
You guys hear the and then water splatter from inside of Balrin's room. You hear a sloshing.
The sloshing.
And you guys see Balrin emerge from the chest that he has referred to as the chalice. You do not see the old Dragonborn emerge with him.
That tracks.
Did he end up staying behind? Like you were going to offer him, Balrin?
Yep, he did. He's seeking something else now.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't have mine on.
What a slacker.
No.
Change your clothes, Cam. God.
Well, okay, I hope he's okay. I guess we're just getting ready to... Burl's charting a course for us right now, and we're going to get ready to shove off.
So, the boat changes course, and you guys start heading for Dragon Island.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You guys set out north. Burl is driving. 2 days in, you guys are starting to get, for the first time in a very long time, breaks in the clouds and a little bit of sunlight coming through. They are shafts of sunlight here and there that seem to pierce the sky like a spear. For the most part, it's still pretty gray. On the second day, you guys see Burl's looking around a little bit more, and he's looking at the map of Skeezer, and you can see he's got out all the instruments. You see him mutter something over at Lindell, and Lindell runs up to you guys. We have a bit of a problem. I don't really know why.
What's wrong?
Captain says we're off course. You guys didn't take a wheel in the middle of the night, did you?
No. No, I'm staying far away from that thing from now on.
All right, that's
Wasn't
fair. He says he's going to fix it and whatnot. Who made this map? This is Skeezer's map, right? This didn't come from like the dragon woman, did it?
Yes, it did.
Well, we have Skeezer.
It came from her. It came from Skeezer.
It
I think we
came
have
from
two
her.
maps.
Yes, we have 2 maps.
Right. Are we certain about this second map?
Does it look like it doesn't match up with what Skeezer drew?
No, I mean it does, but it just I'm trying to understand what's going on. Something ain't right. I don't know what though.
You don't think something?
Burl says we've wandered too far straight north instead of like we should have been on a heading. It's right proper about I don't know about 12 odd degrees port, and it turns out now we've gone off. So it's tacked on about 2 days. We basically pulled a starboard slow sometime in the past 24 hours, and now it's a bit skewed.
During our usual kind of like nightly shifts, none of us noticed anything in the middle of the night. Like Fulcrum's immediate thought would be Griggs or maybe even Spindle maybe could have gotten at the wheel, or I mean maybe this is a little bit more far-fetched.
Give me a perception.
All right. A 17.
A 17. No, nothing stands out to you. What's that quote? You felt something leave and then return familiar, and that I'm going to eat a nut. Teehee. You don't. Nothing pops out at you that makes any kind of, from everybody's perspective, save for Lindell speaking to you and Burl seeming uncertain, of which he is rarely uncertain. Everything else seems normal. Right now, you guys are kind of in the middle of all this passage of water, and the goal, I will ping, is to right now move straight north of the colony and to shoot this day-wide gap north of Siraka Blaze past this landmass, and to shoot in open water here and skirt the coastline of this large mass. Because Burl doesn't like the look of all this over here.
Okay.
And
We actually seen any? Have we been close enough to land this whole time to kind of see it, or have we been in open water?
Well, right now you're 2 days in open water. So if you go straight north, that little orange dot is the beach of the colony. So in a weird way, you're actually heading straight for Siraka Blaze right now.
So,
and we should be heading more kind of like around Siraka Blaze this way.
Right. You should be going more this way, but now you're actually heading more towards this.
So have we determined this? I guess I'll talk to Lindell. Did you determine that we were off course because of a landmark, or did you determine we were off course because of the stars?
No. Burl says that the wheel's slightly off from hold position he kept for the night. So it'd be me and Burl taking turns as wheelman.
So it's been physically moved. It's not that we just aren't determining our heading correctly.
Right. It's like we set the wheel, and the rudder does what it does. The currents throw the boat off a little bit. You keep a bit of a hold on it, but somewhere at some point, our marks got mismatched and something's all wrong. I don't really know how this happened. This don't make no sense.
Well,
But we're gonna fix it. It's fine. It might just be like strange currents. I mean, we don't really know what kind of currents we're dealing with these waters anyway. And we've only gone east to west. We ain't really traveled north. So for all I know, maybe we hit some sort of, I don't know, weird pull.
that or someone did it to us intentionally.
I mean, I'm not going to say no, but, it's your call, Captain. You do what you like. We're going to fix it up here. I'm going to keep up with Burl. You guys do what you will.
Aaron, you think someone could have messed with the rudder? It's been kind of in the back of my mind when we saw Joina a while back outside of Plix's place that they might be, I don't know if tailing us or hunting us, but I figured they would just attack us, not mess with the boat.
Yeah, you could mess with the currents as well. It's possible. We know that Joina and Talua, the blades, they mark the bottoms of ships. And then
Is
when
there
the
anyone
ships sail
else?
over their waters, they can see the mark on the bottom.
Is there anyone else on the ship?
Right now, the only people on the ship besides all of you is Burl, Lindell, Tolig, and Griggs. That's it.
Yeah,
Which is the agreed upon before you head to the colony. That's what you guys wanted, provided all the gnomes wanted to leave. And the only holdout might have been Tonko, and Balrin set that with a nat 20 persuasion.
Do you think we should check the underside of the boat, Aaron, just to be safe?
I could do that.
What kind of Balrin are we getting today?
Oh,
Kraken.
I suppose today we'll do Reef Shark Bowron.
Reef Shark Balrin. You guys see Balrin? You tell me how this goes, Balrin. Is it casual or running? What are we doing?
They'll just run over there and just dive off the edge.
All right.
I want you
Balrin's
to
all the way
you
out.
should have salmon instead, like salmoned off the.
Yes, Big Tiger Man or Big Tie German. This is an aquatic campaign.
Big.
So-
I like Big Tie German better. Can we go with that? It's totally the first, and I like that option better.
I don't know. I just read that really quick. I've been I've been watching a lot of Flula Borg videos lately because Flula makes me happy. Germany for the win, y'all. So Balrin runs to the edge, and as he's running, you guys see the coat starting to pull in and spread and become skin-like as it smooths out, and the back single ridge starts to slide out. So Balrin dives off, and by the time he's at the water, his legs have become one mass. And Balrin, underneath, give me a perception.
Oh, shit, I need this for that. All right, let's see. Go back away from
Or
the
37 burbles. On the
Oh,
bottom of the boat.
burbles everywhere. Thousands of burbles.
That's a 20 total. That's a dirty 20.
Okay,
30-20.
underneath the boat.
Oh boy.
You come underneath. And you're
37
trying to
burbles.
maintain some speed with the boat, which is not hard for you, but it's basically like trying to do something else while you're on the treadmill. So like you're maintaining and trying to keep track of what you're doing at the same time. So it's taking a little bit of effort to maintain pace. However, as you look up, there are 10 burbles that are on the bottom
I
side.
knew
of
it.
the boat. And they are, you're not sure. It looks like a picnic. Like they're seated upside down on the bottom of the boat, and you can tell that they've got a mark or maybe like heavy scar tissue. It's tough to tell what it is, of a fork on their head or on their shoulder or across their chest, and they're seated upside down, but for them, they're right side up, and they've got like little barnacles, and they're eating stuff, and they're looking around. And in addition, they are seated kind of center in the mark that is still on your boat, and you can see while you're watching them, like one of them will like be crawling around and checking the edge of the mark and like tidying it up and cleaning the edge and getting it nice. So they're custodiating your mark. In addition, Balrin, you notice when you go to check the rudder, you just drop back a little bit. There's no burbles near the rudder. But what you do see is there is thick wood growth near the rudder. It looks like the ship has grown root-like structures near the rudder base.
Strange.
Honestly, had you not rolled so well, you might not have noticed it. They're not huge, but they are located at the top and center near the hinging element of the rudder itself.
All right.
Hold on.
So I assume that that's what's causing the rudder. That is the issue. Is the roots and not the burbles actually sitting on the bottom of the boat.
You see a burble look over, you go like, and they all look up there, then they hold up like little knives, like,
If Baron's gonna be a god, he's a vengeful one. I eat one on my way back to the top.
just give me an attack roll. I'm not gonna worry about damage, just give me an attack roll.
Hold on, it's different in this form.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's gonna be plenty.
You chop one clean in half. One goes to strike, and the other ones dive away, and then the blood fills the area. And as soon as you tear one in half, the other two the three of them look at the remaining half body and start pulling it apart and pocketing its parts in their gear.
Of course they do.
Yep.
Of course they do.
That's the culture.
And I go
You
up to
see
the
one look at you and go, "Brr, it's the Baron!" And they all are pointing at their mark.
Oh god. I swim back up to the top and find somewhere to turn back to Bower and normal Bower and climb back aboard the ship.
Burbles, man.
Okay. You climb back.
I spit out a chunk of burble.
Okay, this is fucked up. You guys come up and you see crawling up the edge. You see a giant, it looks like King Shark wearing Balron's coat. And then also you see, and then as the head folds around and becomes Balron's hat, and he shakes it off, and as the water shakes loose, it extends and becomes Balron's hair, and he's like, "Ugh!" And he like pulls a chunk of burble out with his, hold on. Yes! It's the right one. And you guys see a Balron, a burble head and neck are on the deck of the boat now.
Bower just takes the trident, like the head of the trident, just kind of flicks it off the side of the boat.
You guys see a face going.
Well, there's a crew of burbles on the bottom of the boat, but they don't seem to actually be the problem. The problem is something's caused roots to grow near the rudder from the wood of the ship itself. A druid trick. That's not my own.
Druids.
Where would the rudder be on the ship? Like, if the closest place on the interior of the ship to the rudder be?
Be the back of the. Be the back
It'd be
of
the
the
lower.
hull.
It'd be the lower hold.
Yeah.
At the aft.
Is that about where we had the secret room that now stores Griggs?
Griggs is on the opposite side.
Okay.
Griggs is the bow of the ship
Hmm.
in the first hold, not the lower hold. The lower hold is simply cargo. There's not really rooms in it. It's all one. The lower hold is like a studio apartment. No walls, y'all. It's just the length of the entire ship. However, the first hold below decks actually has the secret room, the center, and then a back room that is actually a room. And that back room is your first level of storage for things that you guys will need to access most often, primarily food and repair stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. Doesn't really feel like Joyma's work.
I'm gonna check the lower hold, I think, just to make sure there's no one. Well, that we don't have another stowaway, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose somebody could have wanted passage back to Soraka Blaze and has tried to guide us off course towards there. I guess it's plausible that we have a stowaway.
I will move you guys to the... Actually, I'll move you guys to this one. We haven't used this one in a long time. I'm going to grab all of you real quick. Hold on. Do I have you? I think I do. You guys are going to be giants on this. Hold on.
Yes.
There you are. No, I'm not going to have you be giants.
Come on.
That's
Get
not
rid of
something
all
be
these
giants.
gnomes. Copy and paste is magical. And you guys are looking at a black screen, which I'm about to fix.
Oh, that grid.
Oh,
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a
I'm
long time.
Segment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Multi-level.
This one that still has a grid,
Yeah.
which I somehow can't summon anymore. I'll shrink y'all down to about the right size because you are ginormo right now. Hold still, Timmy. Hold, Timmy.
Oh,
Timmy?
he's getting antsy.
He's getting Nancy. He's moving his little guy around.
Look, I can move him. I'm moving him.
Kurik is huge right now. There
That's
we go.
actual size.
Good night, Crimson.
Later,
Thanks for
Crimson.
stopping in.
Yep.
There.
See you later.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Crimson. All right, there you are. You're good.
See you in a few days, Crimson.
This grit.
Oh.
So, looking over here, I'll ping for y'all. This was Secret Room. It's currently where Griggs is being kept. I don't have Griggs on there yet, sorry. This one you all know is also potentially a secret room if you want it to be. Currently, it's holding all the stuff that you guys haven't really identified that you think might be valuable. And or like long-term storage stuff you don't really need access to right now. In the lower hold, not much is in it right now, honestly. Like, I imagine, because there's no reason to go down there right now unless it's like... Oh, actually, no, that's not true. Down here would be the majority of repair stuff from when you guys cladded the ship in iron. Or in steel.
That's right.
So you're going to have a lot of, like, steel repair stuff down here.
And just doing head down to the lower hold and do a sweep around.
Give me a investigation check.
Eight.
You don't find anything. It seems dry down here. So, I mean, no moisture. You don't catch it. You don't hear anything strange, except the beating of the waves against the hull on the outside. Everything's battened down pretty tight and lashed, so nothing's rolling or sliding. There's a lot of crates and barrels down here for wood, rope, canvas, tar and caulk used for sealant, resin. You have barrels and barrels down here of fresh water, just in case. And a lot of food, a lot of long-term food storage down here, dry stuff that'll last a long time.
After the 10 to 15 minutes I take to do that, come back up. I'm nothing down there. Like what we would expect there to be.
Why would somebody want to send us off course?
Do we need to do something about removing those roots, or will the rudder not work right?
Yeah, I should probably remove them.
Koda, you don't think we could? You always seem to be able to figure out if spindles are nearby or not. Maybe he might have done this. Well, roots though, that doesn't sound like him.
Yeah, it doesn't really
sound
fit
like
his. No, I don't know. None of it really makes sense.
Maybe the Burbles saw something if they're down there. I mean, I'm not suggesting. Well, I guess I am suggesting talking to Burbles.
They didn't. I don't know. I don't really get the notion that they were actually looking to interfere with anything we were doing.
They're just sitting on our boat.
Well, I don't mean to say they did it, but maybe they saw what happened.
Potentially.
So I don't know. It's
I
very
mean, I could go down there and talk to them if you want me to, but I don't know. It seems. I don't know. They're not the most observant.
No, you're right about that. It was kind of a long shot.
Is there any way you can protect that portion of the boat from being tampered with, Balrin?
Protect it? I don't think so. I could go down there and warp the roots away from the rudder so that they're not interfering. But I don't think there's anything, if there's someone here trying to do that I can prevent them from attempting it again, short of being there when they try. I'm not sure I'm as adept at things like counterspelling as Skeezer would have been.
I guess at the very least we need to get it fixed so that we can stay on course, right?
Well, that I can take care of.
Do you need
But
us to stop the boat for now or raise sail so we can slow down?
slow it down a little. You don't have to stop completely.
Lindell cuts the sails down to about 2/3, and they alter the angle of the sails to cut down on the wind shear. And Balrin, what form do you take?
I take Balrin form.
That's right.
I cast upon myself freedom of movement,
Nice.
and then I walk down the side of the boat underwater like the burbles.
That's him! The ground hound!
I walk to the back and I see the roots. How big are these roots? Like,
As you ignore them, they immediately drop to their knees, which for them is upside down, which for you is upside down right now, and they avert their gaze.
Bowser just kind of shakes his head.
You can see that one in the front is kind of shoving together a sack of stuff that is slapping with the motion of the boat, like it's fighting his grasp. And he's trying to shove it in your general direction without looking at you.
All right. How big are these roots?
The roots are about the diameter of your arm.
Okay.
They're not very big, and there's about 6 of them, 3 on each side.
I was trying to determine if a simple cantrip like Druidcraft would be enough to warp them and bend them away from the rudder, if I have to go to something bigger.
Bigger's faster. Druidcraft you could do is just going to take a while.
Okay, so that is not going to work as well as I wanted then. So let me...
Like, Druidcraft is going to take you upwards of like 20 minutes to a half an hour.
Oh, that's longer than I want to spend doing that. All right, then, fine. I will... I wonder if that would work. Yeah, that would maybe cause them to grow. If I were to use an entangle spell, could I warp the roots away from it with entangle?
No, because the way entangle works is it takes the pre-existing and they try and grab what's there. It's more like you're making all the plants pissed off and try to be grabby. It doesn't mean you command them to specifically grab anything.
All right, then fine. I mean, I didn't want to set the ship on fire. Just sit here and have to hack at it, like,
That'll
you
do
know,
it.
forever. But
Yeah, that's so awesome that you got that. I wasn't sure if you're gonna get it.
Oh man,
Oh,
great.
dude.
It's so great.
that's awesome.
It's so great. Thanks again, Dave Pancake. It's so you
Yep.
own your sculpture of your own character.
Absolutely.
So badass.
So
Yeah.
here's scale. This is a
Bigger
miniature.
than your head. Dude, that is, I guess, it's hard to
That's
tell
like
how
what?
huge it is.
That's got to be like 8 inches tall. About.
No.
But it's bigger
No,
than
my
that.
hand is
Oh,
big.
it's a foot.
It's,
Yeah, I think
Oh
that's-
shit! So he's
it's-
10.
I
It's-
have a tape
it's a
measure
foot or
in
so.
here.
By all
No,
means,
I-
everyone should check out
Of course he
yeah,
does.
fine.
his stuff.
Oh no, I moved it.
David Lee Pancake, everybody.
Yeah, so there's
Check
8,
it
then another
out.
4. It's 12 inches tall at least.
Nice.
Yeah. Just the mall alone is almost 8.
Oh,
I can't do that.
mall. Yeah.
Doesn't work either.
Now you need
Okay,
to make
so-
them all in real life. 3D print them all.
God,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Just swing it.
I guess
around.
I guess I'll just use the trident and see if I just can't just bust the root. Are they actually growing out of the ship?
Yeah.
That's strange.
They're growing out of the back of the ship's hull and reaching into the rudder and growing into the rudder.
All right, I'll just use the trident and see if I can free it up then.
Okay, give me a.
I don't really think I got a spell that's really going to do what I want it to do. So
Give me a strength check. Tell you what, give me a good strength check, and we'll say that combined with Druidcraft will get you what you want.
okay. Strength. Don't fail me now.
All right.
14.
It's not fantastic, but in essence, you start willing Druidcraft to basically put tension on the roots to create a little bit of pull, and then it's like pulling a string tight before you try and cut it. So you're chipping away at it, and it takes you upwards of like 10, 15 minutes working this, but eventually you get them to go away. However, by the end of this, you start to feel, though you're druid crafting, it's almost as if the ship is trying to actively resist being druid crafted. The only time you've felt this in your life is the few times you've attempted to use druidcraft on any kind of plant life that you knew was intelligent during your training with the druids of the coast. Like the few
she's
times that you guys would
fighting us.
work with something that actually could think, like I forget what they're called, but they're like the small version of an ent, like a sprigling or something like that. But you guys like were allowed to train alongside, or like yellow musk creeper vine or some of the more like carnivorous angry plants. When you guys were trained with those, they can fight druidcraft because they have a will of their own.
I'll be damned. I go back up
It's
to
minor because you're so caught up in how much you're doing. You're having to navigate the fact that you're fighting currents and chipping away and casting druidcraft. That after
point
like,
of
stop,
order.
it's like, wait a minute, why is this hard?
Point of order. Is this particular part of the ship part of the original grit or part of the Frankenstein piece that we put onto the grit because we had to rebuild the entire damn thing?
This is original grit.
Interesting. I'm gonna walk back up to the top.
Okay. Valorant turns, everybody.
Anyway,
All right. I freed the rudder, but there's something a little more interesting going on here.
Great! We're all good, burn stairs! And so then Lindell starts running around, he resets the sails. Full speed, Captain, we're gonna get this fixed. Apologies, thank you!
I think I figured out what put the roots into the rudder.
God damn, rudder's not working.
Yeah. I think the ship did it itself.
yeah, didn't the ship used to? Yeah, when Burl had the.
Yeah, but we always thought it had to do with the chalice and the sea hag inside of it. Since the sea hag disappeared, ran off into the island, the Wobbin, was never seen again, the chalice has remained empty and aboard the ship. And yet, I have managed to wreck the motherfucker 3 times, and it's never repaired itself yet. So, we know that the magic wasn't working without the sea hag. Now all of a sudden, it's like it's back.
Well, Harlan didn't come out of the chest. Now he's in there,
And he's walking.
but he's in the chalice like the hag was in there. That you don't think that maybe has a connection?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, Burl.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be possible for the ship to be growing or repairing itself again like it used to?
I don't know where thought the deal was off now. Ship didn't fix itself. Not the last time. We
Lawrence,
ran her aground. It was Bowron did it, and Skeezer did it, and put the boat back together. And she didn't go back that time. Nope.
that's really weird.
Fulcrum, I think you might have touched on something that could be. The last time something was trapped inside that chest, it was able to manipulate the ship. Now there's something else trapped inside that chest that just so happens to also be a druid like Bowron.
I didn't quite so much get druid from him.
Oh,
I guess it's possible. Let me try something.
Should we step back?
Is this where the magical spell appears on the chat section of Roll20 that solves this issue in one spell?
I don't know. I was
no,
debating.
that'd be the wizard. We don't have that anymore.
No. Bowron has a rich history of a single spell solving
True.
everything.
Very true.
I was having to look up the. I was going to see whether or not Awaken would work on the ship, but I don't think it will.
Well, I can't confirm or deny that until you try it.
I'm reading. Hold on. Everyone keep role playing. Bowron's thinking.
I guess just to be extra safe, Morgan, you want to make sure up in the crow's nest no one's looking out, or we don't have anything on the horizon, is someone following us, anything like that?
Yeah,
I
I'll
like
head up.
when Bowron's thinking. He sounds like Burl.
No, I guess it has to be a beast or a plant, and I doubt the ship will qualify. I don't know.
Orgain heads to the crow's nest just
Okay.
in case. See if
You're
there's
in the
anything
crow's nest.
Well,
I smell sulfur.
one
You
thing we
don't.
can do.
Fucker again.
Harmony's up here, though. Harmony is taken to staying in the places that you tend to haunt the most often. The crow's nest has become her de facto nest. So in that case, it's closer to a finch nest.
Your mic's not
Big
working,
finch
dude.
nest.
Well,
Ooh,
there.
what?
All I got was finch nest.
Oh, mine?
Me?
Oh, I heard
No,
him.
from Cam.
Hello, hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, Kim.
I'm reading. Okay. Finch nest. I start playing not the song, but other songs, and like practice with her. The song can be dangerous.
While you start singing, for a second, she's singing along. Then she looks over at you and she pauses and purposely stops singing. And then she hops from the guitar over to your shoulder. And she puts her beak down and rests her head against yours. And then you hear her voice pour into your head. I've heard it. I'm hearing it again. My mother's song? I can play it for you.
Please.
And then you hear her voice change, and the voice coming into your head is feminine, and as it sings, it actually sounds closer to 6 voices that harmonize. But it sounds like it could be the same person. And here, everybody, is where I sing, and it's going to be awful.
Oh boy.
Sorry. I will not weep. They cannot have my tears. Rusting walls creep. I will bind my fears. He waits and smiles, and offer she confides. He is strong, unbound. Would he take a bride? And then it goes again.
I am trying to remember this. Actively, like, remember this song. Remember.
So, I will drop. Here's the part where I don't make you roll an intelligence check to remember something. You're welcome.
Beats.
Boo. Hold on. What's going on over here? I'm trying to grab the thing, and it's giving me more than I want. Boo. Filth. Boo. Rubbish. There, got it?
Got what?
Nothing? Boo. All right, hold on.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
what's
Nothing
it
showed up.
called? It didn't pop up, but it
Hold
may
on.
be.
Oh, it's because my Roll20 lost cut internet on my laptop. Hold on. I'll fix it.
Hold on.
I'll fix it. All right. So, unless anybody else has anything they intend to do, we shall keep sailing.
We'll just instruct Burl and Lindell to make sure if they feel anything weird on the wheel again to let us know.
There, I saw that appear, so we're good. All right. It is going on into the night. It's the next day. I've charted the course. The blue line you guys see on the map is the new course Burl's set. This light blue line is your original course. Because he didn't want to deal with this straightaway. He was worried about... Generally, Burl is cagey in his logic with being too close to a shoreline. He's not sure what you're going to run into. He prefers to stay out in wide open water, so theoretically, threats are easy to see from far away. It is by about... You guys get within about a half day of Siraka Blaze, and Lindell finds all of you on the board. Bill wants to know, are we making port or just passing by? What's the plan?
Well, I think we're moving with haste for Kodo, so unless we need to resupply on anything...
Aye, aye. No supplies are needed.
There were some forges there. Do you need to stop there for any reason?
Oh, no, you talk to them, not me.
Well then, on we go.
On the tees! So, on you go. Give me a perception check, everybody, and this will be sort of like a long-term over time kind of thing. So, if you want to contribute to someone's role, everybody tell me how, in a creative fashion, one would contribute to watching out for this sort of issue.
What sort of issue?
You're all trying to keep an eye out for the rudder being a problem again.
Oh.
Who's doing what to watch out for this being an issue, and who's going to be the one that's going to make the one roll to determine if you notice anything?
Oh, well, Byron will just inform the burbles it's their job to watch the rudder.
Excellent. Give me a persuasion with advantage on that one.
Might as well put them to use if they're going to sit down on the bottom of the boat the whole time.
Well, they're the Order of the Drowned Hand. I mean, come on.
18.
Nice. They are very excited to serve the Drowned Hand himself. Who else is doing what?
I got a +5, so this is perception, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I've got a +5, so I don't know what other people's perception is, but that seems decent, so...
I have a +8,
Okay.
technically.
Okay, well,
But
then I am going to relay information that I'm gleaning from the crow's nest on, like, any landmark and, like, relaying back, hey, it's heading this, is that correct? Do we need to, change based on that or whatever?
Okay.
So,
All right. So, anybody else?
Fulcrum's going to be checking occasionally the after the boat to see if our wake is at all changing. Seems to be disrupted somehow, or if there's like something unusual in the wake of the boat that we normally would
Okay.
jump out of. A second wake, perhaps, if something else is down there that we wouldn't suspect.
Okay. You give me a quick perception for specifically that, Fulcrum, and only Fulcrum's going to look for that one.
Okay.
I am going to take my maul down to the lowest part of the ship, close to the rudder, and start
Okay.
tapping on the hull and listening
Okay.
to the density of the ring to see if any thickness would change and change the pitch of my hammering.
All right.
Yeah, my perception.
Then for that one, that's going to be kind of, I know it seems like a weird call, but go ahead and treat that as like your forging for crafting, because it's going to be in the skill set you use for that practice.
I'm zooming in. Okay.
Is it a nat 20?
No, I'm zooming in to roll 20 like I'm crazy. I was trying to...
Okay.
got a 22 to assist, by the way. I don't know if that matters. But...
Oh, so VTech, I saw you say something about like me doing a behind the screen kind of thing. I appreciate that, man. But the trouble with that is then I'd have this like show that none of the guys can watch. And because I'd literally be talking about like story structure. And part of the fun is the reveals. Like part of the fun is the reveals. So I thank you. I'm happy to talk about theory all day, but I don't like getting specific with story. I like keeping all my secrets down here where they're nice and dark until it's time for them to show up.
Now, me and Jeff, who's Rain Survives there, we both do GM prep shows on the channel every now and then. So
I'm the secretive one.
you would get no such luxury from Levi.
So Fulcrum, I didn't answer yours. You do notice on day 3 or 4. No, day 4. Something is different. Something is different. You guys have now passed Siraka Blaze.
Oh,
And
I
something
haven't
is
rolled yet,
different.
sorry.
That's
I
okay.
mean, okay.
I assume it's going to be a nat 20.
No, it's
Maybe
not.
if I call
There you
it,
go.
maybe if I call it, it can't be one.
But I have a +8, so it's a 24.
Oh, well, fine then.
Only a 24.
This
Yeah.
guy. Okay. On the 3rd day, no, I said 4th day. On the 4th day, Fulcrum, you do notice that the shape of the wake is slightly off. 3 days staring at it off and on with really nothing better to do on a boat. You've kind of figured out the shape that the Grit's big ass makes in the water.
Yeah.
And there's a new formation in the way that the aerated water flows exactly center. Kodo, day, you're doing this check. How frequently do you do this check?
Daily.
Daily. Okay. On the third day, the pitch is wrong. It's dropped ever so slightly. You don't notice it at first, but something in your gut is like, wait a minute. And so you tap again and again, and then you move down to the side to cross check. The wood's thickened. You're not sure how much.
Yeah.
But the pitch is definitely different, but extremely slight. You rolled very well. You managed to catch it in a moment when the seas are calmer, so you have less hull noise and less creaking going on. All right, so Balron, who's doing my big roll? Because everybody's assisted in clever ways. So who's going to do the big roll here?
I don't know.
Pick one
Let's go
person.
+8.
Yeah, cool. I got an.
That sounds good to me.
All right, Clint, roll with advantage and take a +3 for the other crewmen that were doing cool stuff that helped.
Not 20 and a 17.
Shut the fuck up.
My kids brought my dice back, so those are my dice. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
of course. Why would it end any other way?
Why would we possibly let anyone else roll?
Why would we just make him roll everything?
That's what I was
Every
thinking.
skill check, make it him.
There you go.
It's just a group thing. We'll just be like, yeah, let Clint roll.
Throw it on Discord for y'all, just so
We
you know.
believe you.
Yeah.
But it is fun to prove it.
Yeah.
It's uncanny, y'all. It's no joke. All of Clint's good luck is luck he stole from me a long time ago.
All you have to know is we played in person with him for like 20 years and have watched it happen over and over to the point that now we just know.
We just know it's the truth.
We just know it's going to happen at this point. Like,
Yeah, the second die roll I made tonight was a 2. Shocking.
Yes. All right, there we go.
It's in all its glory.
Right around the time that it is day 5, that Morgaine is seeing a coastline. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. You guys are at this point right around this pass here. You're past Siraka Blaze by about a day and a half. Right around here, you have a decent shot of landmass, and you start to notice it is veering further starboard ever so slightly, like something's changing. And Morgaine, about the time you notice that, you check the wheel, and as Burl is absent-mindedly staring towards the left, you see the wheel has shifted just a little. Fulcrum, this day while you're watching the wake, you see the wake actively changing shape. And during your daily check, it's a chunk for you. And then you can tell, sorry, chunk, I'm talking specifically to Kodo. You're a chunk, and then as you go in for the chunk, you see a root pour its way out of the wall you're tapping and grab your maul. And then Kodo, you see a face made of wood pull out, and it looks a long jaw, and you see squinty eyes that and big popped out cheeks, and you see little branches growing out of a forehead. It's like, this ship is mine. And that's where we're going to stop for the night.
Oh,
Ship
man.
got possessed.
Who let him on the ship?
at least it
Guys,
wasn't
that's true.
Sally.
Oh, man.
Damn. Trouble on the high seas.
Yeah, and Animal, I was thinking that. Why don't we just, like, burn him? But,
Just burn the whole thing down.
that might not work. Yeah.
To be clear, Kodo, it's not a face you recognize.
Good.
That's probably.
Is it a face? Coda would have never seen it, would he?
So it's not Harlan.
You mean Sally's face? No, it's not It's not Harlan's face.
Okay.
It is feminine or like cherubic but old face. Lots of rounded features, lots of wrinkles. But there's branches growing out like hair. Spiky.
All right.
Man.
All right.
Can't
It
be.
looks a lot like the first Nightmare, where Freddy's face comes out through the wall, and they physically did that practical effect with a rubber wall, where Robert Englund pushed into it. It looks a little bit like that, except eyes peel open.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm over describing. I should just stuck the landing and left. Okay.
All right.
No, let me tell you how cool it is. Let me keep going. I'll make it better.
I'm trying to think, like, there's no way, like, the magpie's here.
That's not the magpie's voice. I remember the magpie's voice.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
same.
well, that's not
That's
Sally's
what I
voice either, because Sally and the magpie have very similar voices.
You're right. So it's somebody new.
Of course it is.
All right. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. It's
Yes.
around like 1:15.
Can I get us a raid target?
So
Are we
let's
playing?
raid
Are we
somebody.
Zweihandering Sunday, or that was last week?
We are 1 week away from Zweihander as of today because of the weekend switch with Everstorm. We went from the same weekend to now alternating weekends
Okay.
for a little while.
So our next show is the Wisdom Check on Monday, 10 p.m.
That's right.
Who we got?
We have D. Daryl Wagner on the show,
Awesome.
who is the first person to write third-party content for Dungeons and Dragons. So
Nice.
Oh yeah.
cool. From way
Oh,
back in the day, he was the first published third-party content.
Super cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Tuesday, what's
And
Cam
is it-
doing? Cam doing a bardic
Barbell
knowledge or
knowledge?
No, we're
baseball?
not gonna do the barbell stuff yet. That's so update on the barbell stuff. We got Air Laser started. She got her first week in the books of her new workout. And I think it's gonna be 3 more weeks. We're gonna have her back. We're gonna do the show, have her back. We're gonna talk about what we have for her, how she's doing, how she's feeling, all that sort of thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do this week yet. I was thinking I should get back to some music, but I'm also in the baseball. I'm like right at the point where I'm about to win a championship.
Oh,
You
well.
can see what that looks like.
Nice.
And then I can do the off-season stuff that it'd be kind of interesting, like where you have to like hire new players and like have to let some go because they cost too much or whatever. So I don't know. I haven't decided. I feel like I should do that because it's like a milestone part of the game. I'd like to have that, I guess, but I don't know.
Sure.
We'll see.
Sure.
We'll
Cool.
see. I'm just winging it anyway. You know?
That's all right. That's all right. And then we'll have a game
there'll
night in
be
there
something.
somewhere.
I don't know where it'll be yet, but there will be something, and I hope it's enjoyable.
Nice. And you're at 8 p.m. Central Standard. We'll
8
do a game
p.m.
night
Central Standard Time.
either Wednesday or Thursday. Not sure what day yet, but we'll do another game night in there. We'll play some sort of video game, and then that weekend would be the weekend of Zweihander on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then somewhere in there, I'll get back on a schedule with DM Dart. It's been a tricky transition to get back into teaching this week. So once I got that figured out, we'll DM Dart again. I'm hoping to do one during this week. So we'll see.
And I don't know, did we mention Wednesday? I know Jeff's in chat. Is he running Pathfinder Wednesday?
I think he's putting that on hold for a bit.
Yeah, I think it's on hold for a
Is he
little
going
bit.
to do it all? then there's good odds Wednesday I'll be doing GM prep for Zweihander. So
Nice.
but that's his time slot, so I'm just going to use it if he's not. So if he's not doing anything Wednesday, I'll be running GM prep for Zweihander.
Okay.
And let's see what else. We will be back in about 2 weeks, I think, on the dot, right?
September 12th, which close enough for birthday?
Yes. Yeah, that's birthday immunity for you.
Hey, I'm immune also because that's my son's birthday weekend.
No, that means your son's immune. No, that's his
By
immunity,
proxy,
not yours.
you cannot kill my son's father.
Proxies. No.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I do
You
wanna-
want to explain to my son that you killed his father? Really? Seriously? Yeah, you will. Sure you will. Yeah.
I'd be like, sorry, Will. Kodo, your dad's imaginary self did a dumb thing and now he's dead. But guess what? He gets to make a new imaginary self.
Nope.
He'll Inigo
nope.
Montoya. He'll be like, you killed my father.
He will grow. Yeah, he will grow another finger.
Me.
I'm looking for a man with 3 writing utensils on his left arm.
It's 4. You're wrong.
4. Oh man, I couldn't remember how many there were.
That's not me. That's not me, Will. You gotta look for the 3 utensil man. I'm the 4 utensil man.
Yeah,
All right.
he'll find you.
So we'll be back, and by then we might have a Jeff returning with us. We are cooking the new character as we speak. So
It's
So-
bacon.
I'm working on something special that I'm going to put on our YouTube channel.
Oh boy. Special.
I recorded all 3 hours of my kids' first D&D session.
Nice.
that is gonna be amazing.
My son has this. He was pulling his best cam, and he was orchestrating music throughout the whole thing. None of which can I put on Twitch without it completely
Just muting everything.
nullifying all sound on the video.
Yeah.
So I cannot air it on Twitch as much as I want to. But
That's
since I can figure out how to
amazing.
get these video files, they're half hour each. Apparently, my phone restarts a new video every half hour. So they're each 33 minutes and 11 seconds long. Apparently, that's the max I can video at one time on my phone. Didn't know that till now. But I will take those and find a way to port them in, and I will cut them together, and I will put them on YouTube probably because I think we can
Nice.
get away with it there. So
The stories of what happened in that mere 3 hours already sound epic.
I have never been more proud of my daughter watching her cut and run. That was amazing. Not to mention the zigzag movements, just for the sake of moving zigzag. She wanted to. It was-
Serpentine movements. She's avoiding snipers.
She found out her rogue could move 6 squares, so she thought that meant she had to move 6 squares. So once she decided where she wanted to get, she had to count how many squares she had to dance around to end up
awesome.
wherever she wanted to be. So
She played Whip Guy without knowing she was Whip Guy.
yeah,
Dance all day.
Dancing
yeah.
literally all day.
And for those of you who are confused, I gave each of my kids 3 ice cookies and told them that was their characters. That was basically their mans. And then if they ever died, their death saves, if they failed a death save, they had to give me a cookie and I would eat it. And if they lived, they got to keep the cookies. And this became a point of contention near the end of the game that they were not going to get to eat any cookies because they were going to die.
Death save cookies. That has got to be a thing we do.
That is a great. I love. And
I
they
want-
used Cheetos for health, so it was.
I want
We
this.
do
One
live
of the things
game.
you did was how many Cheetos you got to eat. So.
We do live game next time, whenever
We're gonna have
coronavirus
death save cookies.
ends. I'm gonna endorse the Ogle death save snack, like the whole snack setup. Like that's we got to do it.
That's
There's
amazing.
incentives for
It's
everything.
pretty awesome. But you do have to try to kill somebody. I did kill 2 PCs during that.
Okay, I'll give cookies for death. Let's do it.
Saying you can put cookies on the table. You got to try to take them.
That's one of the
I can tell you this much: if you buy good enough cookies, you'll never want to kill PCs so much your whole life.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Did you
my
find a raid
Lord.
target for us there, Dustin?
Our buddy Gangrez is playing Rocket League tonight, so we're gonna
Oh,
say
hey,
very good.
yes, Rocket League.
So,
Thank you for coming out with us tonight. Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you. everybody.
Please come back and check out the rest of our content, and we will see you soon. Have a lovely evening.
Thanks, everyone.
later.
See ya.
And there we go. I think. Let me check.